Parked cars and summer heat can be a deadly combination. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. With us from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is Highway Safety Specialist Laura Dunn. Hi, Laura.
Good morning.
Good morning. They seem to be very avoidable, these tragedies, but dozens of children on average die each year in the U.S. from heat stroke after being trapped in a car. Give us more of the overview here.
So unfortunately, this happens to an average of 37 families a year. In 2024, we lost 39 children in hot cars, and so far in 2025, we've lost 15. Since 1998, more than 1,000 kids have died because they were left in a hot car, either intentionally or accidentally, or they gained access to a car and they weren't able to get out.
I guess that there are several types of scenarios that are typical here.
So there are three main scenarios by which hot car deaths happen. The first of which is when children are forgotten in a hot car, and this accounts for the largest percentage of those cases, about 52%. And this happens, we see this more with younger kids. About a quarter of all heat stroke deaths happen when a child gets into a vehicle on their own and becomes trapped. And then the last kind of quarter is when children are intentionally left in a vehicle, usually by a parent or caregiver because they want to do a quick errand or something of that nature. And that ends up taking longer than they think it will.
If somebody runs into a store and then gets into a conversation with somebody they know or something like that, I suppose, and then the consequences can be horrible. And this summer has seen many areas of the country with really some extended heat waves, so that makes it even more top of mind, I would hope.
It does. In about 10 minutes, a car can heat up inside by about 20 degrees. Cracking a window or parking in the shade doesn't really do much to help. So it really only takes a few minutes for the inside of your car to become deadly hot. A reason why we talk about this with children so much is that children's bodies can't regulate their body temperature like an adult's can. And their body temperature tends to rise about 3 to 5 times faster than an adult's. So it's never safe to leave them in a car, not even for a minute. This goes for children, this goes for elderly people as well. So it's really a risk for a lot of groups of people.
And I know pets can be an issue too, very often.
That's true. No living thing should be left in a car.
So tell us about the campaign that NHTSA now has launched with the Ad Council.
So in 2024, NHTSA launched our Never Happens PSAs in partnership with the Ad Council to show parents that this never scenario can happen to them. Parents may think that their children will never be a victim of a hot car or that they could never forget their child, but it happens to dozens of families every year. So we want to show parents and caregivers how this can happen and then how they can prevent it also.
Let's take a look.
We said we'd never give in to a meltdown.
Mariella!
Never leave the house looking, well, and never let them out of our sight. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
So tell us, what's some tips you may have for people? I assume we shouldn't leave cars unlocked, for instance, in the driveway during the summer.
Right. So about a quarter of all those heat stroke deaths happen when a child get into a vehicle and then they're unable to get out. So it's important to lock your car in your driveway or in your garage and store your keys up and out of reach and have that conversation with your child that a car is never a safe place to play. I would also encourage people to do this if they don't have their own children. Lock your car in your driveway or your garage. Unfortunately, we've had scenarios where neighborhood children have gained access to people's cars and ended up passing away from heat stroke. So it's something for everybody to be aware of.
What roles might technology play in helping to avoid some of these tragedies?
So we are studying new technology focusing on available systems that can alert drivers and others to prevent hot car deaths and injuries in passenger cars. We are identifying and testing rear seat occupant detection systems as they become available. And we're also developing test methods to objectively evaluate how those systems work, how well they work. So we look forward to being able to provide more information and provide better recommendations to parents and caregivers about technologies available.
And some car makers are paying attention to this issue too.
They are. Some automakers have chosen to integrate those rear detection systems voluntarily. And many folks are seeing those, especially if you rent a car or you're in a different car, a newer car, you may see those in certain vehicle OEMs that are coming off the line. So I get text messages occasionally from people in my life that say, I'm in a car with a rear occupant detection system. So we hope that technology can help us prevent these tragedies.
Terrific. For more information about the campaign and what you're doing, where can people go?
I would encourage folks to visit our website, nhtsa.gov/heatstroke. We have helpful tips and resources on how to prevent hot car deaths. We have our public service announcement videos and radio spots. They're available in both English and in Spanish, so we really encourage folks to check those out.
Terrific. Laura Dunn, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you.